Hello my little STO Warriors, and I'm back with another little build for you. So I've been away, I've been learning, I've been doing arenas, getting my ass kicked by the so-called experts, and they've been teaching me their tricks without really knowing it, and I've been trying my best to figure it out, because I think you'll probably see before my builds weren't that great for PvP. They were definitely more bent towards STF, so I've been doing a little tweaking. Obviously the ship I'm going to do now is it's going to be the Knuckle Raider again, because I love my raiders, but it's got a little bit of a twist to it. It's not quite perfect because basically I've got to wait till payday, guys, to do those purchases. I need to get the new Temporal boss, really. I mean, that's bottom line to it. Need that little Temporal Raider in my life. I'm gonna have to fork out for it, the old 25 buckaroos, but it's worth it, because every time I fight people in PvP that have it, just kick my ass, or pretty much anybody in a temporal ship. I can do alright, but I can't quite get it against the temple boys. They got a little bit, and I need things like invincible as well, so I'm gonna have to get the bloody big old ship and fly that, and get the invincible trait, and I need, what else I need? Tactical retreat, need that too, and I need to upgrade my weapons, so I'm gonna have to spend a bit of money. So cryptic, lucky boys, you get a bit of extra bonus this payday off me. Okay, as you can see, I've changed it all up here as well. I've added a different bar over here. I've changed these bars around because I noticed that before I'm spamming spacebar and I'm doing everything on spacebar. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, that was my biggest mistake. I mean, I shouldn't even have things like this on here really, but I notice when I use it down here, I always forget to bloody use it. I should probably put alpha down here as well on the spacebar tray, because I do forget to bloody use it all the time. And no, I should move this back. Actually, I should move it back. I might do, but the other day I was being a bit lazy, so I put it on the spacebar tray. The auto fire tray over here, and this is my selector fire tray, which is now looking a bit sparse because I've taken everything off. Okay, right, so let's go through the build. So because I'm using sort of beams and torpedoes, I have to try and keep my power levels reasonably okay, and weapons, reasonably okay. But obviously with the boosts, you'll see in a minute, that's going to go above anyway. So right, let's go into it quickly, guys. I'm trying to get it a bit quicker lately. I do waffle on a bit. Okay, so what we're going to start with is, see, even this build, I'm not 100%. I'm still in testing phase, guys. So don't say this is the build, almighty PvP raider build. It's not yet. There's still a few tweaks. There's a couple of things I'm going to go through in a minute where you'll see that there's a couple other suggestions I think maybe will be better. And if anybody leave your notes if you're actually going to write anything, and tell me any better ideas. Okay. Right. So first of all, Neutronic, definitely one of the PvP torpedoes of the day. It is a kick-ass torp. Definitely have that up there. See, this one here, this quantum phase, it seems to be bloody awesome. Whenever you die in PvP, you'll notice it's always with a bloody quantum phase leech thing that's on there. That I can't remember what it's called. That thing that drains the shields. It's always on your bloody thing for how much damage you're doing just before you die. So it must work. See, I don't know if people are using the torpedo. I think they're using the torp, or they're either using the beam on the back and it's still raping my shields. But something to do with this. It's a worker, so give it a try. I put it up front at the moment. I mean, because I've got this console, I do really want to have that there. I love this torpedo, but I would usually have that torpedo here, but I'm kind of testing this one out at the moment, guys. So flip between, because obviously it's good to use the two pieces of those sort of things. So maybe I should ditch this. Maybe. Yeah, actually. See, that's a bloody good torpedo as well. I mean, you see the 200% damage. Imagine that when they're at like 25% hull, or 25% hull, 200% damage on that 9,000 unbuffed. Imagine that. That's going to absolutely annihilate people, and I have seen it really kick ass. So I'm kind of loving it. But then maybe I should, and it gives you, there's a two-piece with that console there, because that is actually better than you think it looks. I mean, it reads pretty shit, but actually it makes a bigger difference than most things, especially that hull percentage, because it's the 11.1 maximum hit points. For some reason it seems to boost much more than anything else. It will say like 25% hull or whatever. You know, I don't know why, but that one seems to do much better. Okay, right, moving on. Anyway, I've got sidetracked already. See what I mean? Right, so back up to these ones. I'm going to go for the these Vaudois. Oh, God, I don't know if I just love them or they actually work. I mean, somebody tell me if they actually work, because I'm kind of in the process of grinding up another Vaudois. But I'm almost thinking that with the 10% accuracy and the 2 damage, it's a bit of a shit one to spunk some money into, so I might change my mind there. I mean, that one's okay, acceptable. Depends what it goes when it goes elite. I probably will grind this one up to see what it turns to. I mean, it's a bit of an expensive gamble, but I'm going to give it a go. I mean, it's probably cheaper to do it grinding it up than buying it on the exchange. I'm no doubt a dual beam in this with AC 3 or AC 50 or whatever it is. That's going to be like 100 million, so that's ridiculous money. So I'm going to grind them, but all I'm really interested in is the proc mainly. That's the main thing, because you see I'm doing the torpedo damage there. I want to hit hard with the torps. See that, was it 50% versus kinetic for 10 seconds? Now that really seems to notice, you know, I notice it every time I really see a big hit, and when I see the proc thing coming on working, that definitely boosts these bad boys tremendous, you know, a huge amount. So plus they look friggin' awesome. I mean, that's another reason I'm gonna, you know, for PvP I use it. I would put 2 on for when I'm doing STS just because they look so cool. It just, something about them, they look badass, you know, and they sound badass. They are. I've never used them before. I never even ever thought to use Vaudois Polons. I looked at the proc ages ago and thought, what a pile of crap, but Jesus, I love them. I absolutely adore these beams. So get these bad boys. Okay, so I'm using the dual agony phasers. I'm mixing beam types. Yes, I know you shouldn't mix weapon types, but I'm more interested in the proc. Plus, if you notice down here, my consoles are kind of, you know, that one does like a Polaron boost, so that's boosting that one. This one, when I've got the 2-piece, which I don't have on at the moment, it does like 15.6 phaser damage, and then that one as well, because I've got on for the 2-piece as well, that one does 25%. So, you know, maybe I should swap them out for tactical Polaron or something, but you know, this does reasonable damage. It's doing like, you know, 2,000 a hit, you know, with buffs and stuff, and then, you know, a beam overload, if you use that on it, it'll do, you know, 30 maybe. So it's reasonable, it's good enough. And I'm just more interested in these 2 procs. And you see the proc from the dual agony, you know, stuns for, what is it, 2.5 seconds once every 10 seconds. I mean, you're always looking for that sort of shit. I've noticed that sort of stuff in PvP, you know, the survive stuff, the placates, all that sort of bollocks. You know, you need to cheese the shit out of PvP to beat these guys, because they're doing it. I mean, they're constantly going invisible every 2 seconds. They're all temporal bloody ships, pre-made, you know, single beam up front, double torp, side builds, you know, with double torp at the back and a single beam, just procking these sort of cheesy little beams. You know, they'll all have this sort of advanced Tholer on, you know, because you see that with the where is it, unstable 5% chance. That's even a better chance, you know, than any of the other beam weapons. That's a much better chance to proc this sort of thing. The radiation damage -1 crit, -1, you know, 15 crit severity, and then there's the kicker there. The target's placated can only occur every 15 secs, but that is, you know, what you need in PvP. You need to placate, you need to confuse, you need to, you know, don't worry about damage in PvP. You'll die if you're just a damage build and you're thinking, oh, I hit really hard and run away. No, they will stop you in your tracks. You know, I would as well. I'd stop you in your tracks and I'd kick your ass in seconds. You know, you might hit me once hard, but all the shit you have to use in PvP to keep yourself alive, you'd hit me hard once, I'd laugh at you and then just destroy you, and so would anybody else that knew what they were actually talking about. So as I said before, guys, you know, my previous builds, they're good builds, they're good fun builds, but they don't really cut it in PvP because they're missing so much cheese. You've got to add the cheese, guys. It's all about the cheese. I haven't really played around with my deflectors and engines or anything too much yet. At the moment I'm working out the weapons and the moves before I figure out if these are actually good or if there's any other better ones that cheese you up in a bit of PvP. I'm thinking maybe the warp core will probably be This one here, the Delta Alliance Trajector Warp Core, or I don't know if there's a new one with Trajection as well. It's what you want is that trajecting self-teleport thing. You know, that 5 kilometers forward of your current facing, 5,000 stealth for 2 seconds. That's what you're using that for. I mean, I don't even know if it's any good. What else it's got? See, the actual Warp Core itself is okay. You know, it's nothing special. It's all right, but that's worth having. You know, amp that up. I need to get everything to epic now. You know, because I didn't realise before. I was stupid, and I thought, you know, you get to 14 like most people probably do. They go, oh, I get to 14. Look at that. You know, you could do the upgrade thing, and you look at, where is it, 15 there, and you're probably like me, and you're a noob, and you don't see any sort of procs on there or anything. Nothing added. I don't believe. Yeah, it doesn't show any difference. It just says added, like 50% control. You know, the numbers go up, but there's no extra anything. But actually, these things actually add different little boosts to it, like this one here. When it went ultra rare, I didn't know it did this until recently. But you see that one there, originally it didn't have that plus 10 control resistance control effects on there. That was another little proc that happens when you get these to epic. So definitely worth getting all this shit to epic. I mean, these things, I'm pretty sure shields, they get amp. Does it tell you there anywhere? No, it doesn't. It says AP, anti-proton. But I've seen it where people have amp on the normal shields, and I'm like, I want amp. So next thing, I'm already halfway there, you know. Well, no, I'm not. I've got a long way to go, basically. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. So it's going to be expensive payday. I'm thinking to put down like probably I've put aside about 100 quid. So it's going to be an expensive weekend. Yeah, looking forward to it though. I'm going to get my Raider, then I'm going to come back with a nice fat build with loads of sweet gear on it. So wait for that one, boys, wait for that one. Okay, right, so here we go back to the build. We go in for, yeah, as I said before, this advanced Thoron infused Polaron thing. I mean, look at the proc on that radiation damage, the placate, sweet little beam. This thing here, just because when you're running away, it's always nice to give somebody a pump of torpedoes in the face just in case they're kicking your ass. And this one with the two-piece, you know, you get the, what is it there? Was it 13.3 projectile damage? I mean, it's not huge, but any sort of damage is going to help. And because you're probably going to use it, if you're like me and you want the shared torpedo recharge time and the hit points, that's better than you expect at 11.1. Believe me, you can check it. It's a lot better than most other consoles that boost your hull. You might as well go for the two-piece. I mean, as I said before, sometimes I put this one in because I just love that torpedo, and because I use this console, you know, I use this one. Basically, it's got the phaser damage, you know, it boosts that thing. It's nothing special, 15.6. You get the radiation damage, which is, you know, quite nicely boosting the radiation from that, you know, there's radiation on that. So you're getting that little boost as well, which is definitely a good damage. You see it, you know, go up quite high when you look at the DPS on a radiation damage with this console. And then you get the photon weapon damage, which is not helping anything but that at the moment. So maybe I should take it up. See, I put this console on there because I use the Biotorp. You know, it gives you the 7.5 phaser, and it seems a lot higher than you think. You think 7.5, that's feck all, but actually it does pretty well. You know, it does as well as one of these consoles. You put the two-piece, that bio and that together, it does as well as one of these in my eyes, but it gives you all the extra bullshit that goes with it. So is it worth it? Probably not for what I've got now, because I'm not two-piecing it. So actually, but then the radiation damage, I mean, let's check it, shall we? Let's check it. Let's not check it up there because that doesn't really show you very well. What have I got here? It's right, 14407. Right, so 14407. Let's take that off. Have a quick little looky. 134. Actually, I think it's not worth it, this build, you know. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a quick swap out for something here. And we are going to go for that little bad boy, definitely. Yeah, definitely. There you go. No brainer. I didn't really want to get rid of that console in the first place, but now I can put it back, and it's worth getting. Right, okay. That's cool. That was a good easy swap. I thought I was going to think about it for a while, but I'm not. Maybe if I put this torp back on for fun, because I love her, I will put that back on, because they work brilliantly together, so you might as well. But for now, we shall move on. Okay, so consoles, not too bothered. I mean, this can fuck you over in PvP, I'm sorry to say, guys, but there's a lot of people out there that use that proton beam, you know, and look at the thing there, minus 400 proton resistance for 15 secs. That can really screw you up, and it's happened to me a lot of times when somebody's done me in 100k, you know, beam overload with a proton beam, and I'm thinking, what, 100k beam overload? And it's that bloody thing. That's why. So again, only use it, you know, I've got it on spacebar because I'm a dickhead. I should take, yeah, I really should take that off, shouldn't I? Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, I'll remove that and put it on my usable bar. I'll do that now, in fact, because otherwise I forget. Because, yeah, obviously, if you get in a room and they're all using proton beams, you think, that's dumb. Damn it, I just did the glitch where you actually get rid of it. Let's get it back. Where is it? 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 It is there. Alright. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it can be brilliant, can be dangerous. Obviously, if I had some other good consoles like the red matter capacitor, I'd have that in there, but I don't have that, or I don't have the time one for doing the delta thing, because I'm a twat and I thought that delta just seemed like a massive waste of time and I didn't actually do it. Well, I started on a char, but when they brought out the new release, my char got deleted anyway, so no great loss. Oh well, I lost the console. Oh well. Right, okay, see, I don't know if this is actually worth it, but I like it so far, and this is another one I'm testing. As I said, guys, you know, I'm testing everything here. I'll keep upgrading my build and keep bringing out new builds as I learn what works and what doesn't. This is learn with Keizer time now. You know, I'm changing the name of these videos from my builds to learning with Keizer. So every time you see a new video come out, it'll be me learning, you know, and hopefully teaching you guys as well, teaching you the tricks of the trade, because you'll find as well that if you go into the PvP arena or even try and get into like the organised PvP chat, if you're a noob, they're going to take the piss out of you, basically, and you're going to piss them off asking silly questions. If you don't know what you're doing in PvP, try not to ask too many silly questions in that chat. You know, I've seen it happen quite a lot, guys. You PvPers out there, I know you're good at the game and you know what you're talking about and you're all experts, but be nice, you know, be nice to the noobs. They were you once, you were a noob, so, and I'm sure at some point you reached out to some expert and he taught you how to do it. Don't rip the piss out of them, it's not nice. Right, said my piece, move on. Okay, that one as well. This one for me, because I like speed, it's a must. It's like having another pair of engines. I mean, all those boosts there, super little console, brilliant. I'll have to epic that actually at one point and see if it actually gets a nice. Let's have a look. See what it gets next. Okay, a little bit of a boost in speed, yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to epic this console as well, because I love it. I've always got it on my builds now, so I'll have to upgrade that one. So that's the way I do it. You know, I get a console that I think is the one. You know, it's a console that I am definitely going to use. It's a brilliant console. I'm not going to get rid of it, and then I upgrade it to Epic because you are going to use it. Like these sort of sets here. You know, I use this one because you get the two-piece with the torpedoes. I mean, if you see my other build, you know why I use this, because you get the 25 torpedo, the whole, you know, recharge and the auxiliary power. Plus, it's a pretty reasonable, good, you know, set. That's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, I'd love to swap it out for something else, but because of the two-piece, it's worth having with me with torps. And then that covariant shield. Obviously, the shield is a no-brainer in PvP as well. It's got the placate there, the 20% chance to become placated. That, along with the Thoron infused, you know, and a couple of other little tricks, you know, you can pretty much placate constantly. And then a fast ship, you know, you'll notice if you ever arena fast ships, it's pain in the arse, you know, constantly chasing the camera around, click, trying to reselect your target with these little bastards. Unless you're a spammer, then you don't have to worry about shit. Okay, and then these shields here, these are sweet shields. I love these shields. I mean, that 100% damage resistance rating, your power is going to drop all the time, especially when you have override subsystem safeties. Your power levels are going to drop at one point. You're getting the defense there, so slick little set. Plus these are, you know, they've gone up to ultra rare now, so I've got that 10% resistant control, which is a nice boost, you know, well, sweet boost for this sort of ship with control and resistances you need a lot of in PvP. Then I go for the Terran one because I like to keep my power levels high, you know, like because I'm sort of using beams as well, and I need to do a bit of damage with these, so I need to keep my power levels they're kind of a bit shitty, and they're not how I'd like them. So I need that extra sort of boost in power levels. Plus, it gives you the weapon system performance as well with a bit more power levels there. So that's good. Yeah, it's a good set in my eyes. You can't go wrong. And the two-piece for these, let's have a look as well. See, there you go. Shield capacity as well, and drain expertise. Two brilliant things to do. That Terran Task Force shield discharge deals. I mean, what is that? Is it disruptive shell? I don't know. Or is it like a feedback or something? I don't even know what that does. I've never actually figured that out, because I can't see anywhere that says that. It says Terran Task Force shield discharge. I mean, I'd love somebody to tell me, where is it? No, I've read this a million times. I can't see anything that says that. I can see disruptor shell, so I'm presuming it's this. I'm presuming, but it doesn't. It's not the same writing, so it's almost. God knows. Maybe it's just me being thick. Probably. Move on. Okay, this console again. I've already gone over this one. Brilliant. This one here is another tester console for me. Along with this one, I'm not too sure, and I'm not too sure. Is it worth with this? I mean, because as you'll see with the because I've got the biogel pack, I've got the beam, I've got the torp. With this three-piece here, you get that radiation damage as well, which is nice. The cooldown for the neutronic, which is sweet. But then you get this little isokinetic cannon. I mean, that is pretty damn cool in PvP, especially with the little torp build. It goes every it says 1 minute, but I'm bloody sure it's 45 seconds. I mean, I've watched it like a hawk. Where is it? Oh, I've cheesed it up and put it on the bloody spacebar, haven't I? Yeah, I did. I got lazy. No, it doesn't say nothing. Yeah, there. It can be used once every 45 seconds. So again, conflicting cryptic. What are you doing to us? You know, one bit says that, the other says something else. Same with the Terran one. Conflicting information, guys. Keep it all the same writing. But that there, yeah, 100% shield penetration, but that is boosted by exotic particle generators. Well, I haven't got many exotic particle generators yet, because I'm a twat, and I'll go through my skills in a minute, because that's one thing as well I need to spend out on and do up. But so I'm trying to use this console just for a bit more exotic, just to boost that the damage of that isokinetic cannon, because it seems to work pretty well, along with a load of torp spread and a load of hits. If you beam overload, torp spread, isokinetic, spam everything off, it really messes with their life, you know, really ruins a guy's day. So it's worth it. You know, it's got the beam accuracy as well, and as you've noticed, they're pretty shit accuracy for PvP. These are very low ac weapons. That's probably why I'm going to grind. Oh, and somebody please tell me, are these sweet? Because they look so cool. Oh, I'm going to get 2 of these. The Agony's okay, it's got a lovely little proc, it's nice, but oh, I love these babies. I love them. Beautiful. Actually, I'm putting it up now. There you go. Sod it. Just for the proc, I'll lose a bit of damage until I grind these up on the weekend, just because they look so awesome together. And I got rid of that Keizer console as well. Actually, I'll probably ditch that too. No, yeah. Oh, why am I changing my build? Why am I fiddling? I'll probably get rid of that as well then. I mean, the only reason I'm keeping it is... Oh, it's making me think of another change there. I can put the matching beam with that, because if you look at the 2-piece on this, that's the only reason I've got that there. It's because you get that 15% accuracy and doubles the potency. I mean, that's quite good. It gives you 3,000 drain. The beam... Shall I swap it up? Shall I swap? I'm gonna... No, I'm not yet. I'm not going to fiddle with it, guys. I keep fiddling. Right, I'm going to stop what I was doing there, because I was fiddling away and I shouldn't. I should do that off camera. Let's keep going. Right, back to the biogel gel pack then. This one, yeah, I love it because of the cooldown reduction and the shield hit points and the cap, and plus the 3-piece that you get with the isokinetic cannon, as I showed before. It's got to be in part of the build, really. That will be epic to next. You know, that is part of my everyday build now. You know, you got this console here, was this little bad boy that gives you that, you know, shield cap, and it gives you the exotic parts. And as I said, I need to get my exotic up, so that one there that's been epic now. That's there for life. That I'm going to lock in, and that I'm going to lock in. That I'm gonna have I may epic this little bad boy. I think she's a keeper. I think she is. I don't know. She might not be. He might be a keeper, because that's pretty good as well. I mean, that is pretty sweet. But who knows, guys? Right, I'm getting distracted again. Let's go back. So, TAC consoles, right. Okay, everybody says, you know, you should go for all 5 of these, but no, it doesn't really help in PvP. As I said, you can do massive damage, but you just get raped. So, you know, it's two. I need to epic these. I don't know why I haven't bothered yet. These definitely need epicing. I don't know why I haven't even thought of that. So next will be epic as well. Epic, you know, epic. Oh, see how much money I'm spending, guys. Epic. Bucks. That's a good bit of grind, that is. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg. So that's why I put 100 quid aside. Okay, so at least 2 of these, I think. You know, you might as well. I should have went crit severity, maybe. I might get one. I might get a couple and just flip them out and see if their crit sev is better. But for now, I leave them as crit chance, because my crit chance isn't actually that great. 6.1, pretty shit. So I should really leave them there, definitely. Yeah, that is really bad. Actually, I need to put that crit chance up. Maybe I should swap one of these out for a crit chance console. Maybe, but maybe not. It seems to be okay at the moment. Right, so this console here, which as I said earlier, I'm going to swap later. Obviously, if you're using... No, I'm not going to swap it. I'm going to probably put the phaser beam there. This phaser beam there, I'll probably... Oh god, that's what I hate about builds. I'm going to play with that a lot later, guys. I won't do it now. But that one there, maybe not have it, maybe have it, maybe have something else. Maybe have something like this little bad boy here, this Rule 62 in there instead, because it gives the taunt damage, plus it gives the power transfer rate, which is sick, and the shield drain. So maybe I'll put that in there instead. Who knows? Leave that one, ignore it for now. Okay, so this one you saw me swap out earlier because there was no point in having the phaser one in there anymore, because it wasn't really doing the 2-piece and not really boosting anything, so I got rid. Put this bad boy in there for the criticals of Ev and the control, expertise, and the hull cap. Sweet little console as well. And then this one here, slap that one in there because it's got the torpedo damage and it's got the particle gens, weapon power, and polar on, so it's boosting these weps. It's, you know, it's boosting that. It's a worthy console. I mean, what's the 2-piece you get? I think the torpedo. I've never used the torque because it just seems shite. And see that, is it really worth it? Not really. My auxiliary is never going to be low. Why bother? Okay, so that's the setup, guys. Should we put it back to phasers? Yeah, we'll put it back to how it should be. No. Right, move on. Stop it. Okay, so my little guys down here, right. Bit annoying, another bit of money I need to spend, because as you can see, I like to run these, what are they, the Krenim guys, because they have the reduced tack cooldowns. And then obviously I got this one, which is not, he's a Zindi one, and he only gets 5, bastard. But I got a new one. I did get a new one. So there's another one, so I'm going to swap that with Godzilla there. But at the moment, she doesn't have the abilities like Godzilla. He has, you see him up here, he has the Chemosight. Yeah, I don't have any Chemosight, so again, more money to spend out. I'll probably get a Chemosight 2. Yeah, I'll probably get a Chemosight 2. I'll probably get 1 and 2. I'm going to have to get them both on her, just so I can play around with them. It's a bit annoying, this other Timber one doesn't have Chemosight either, so I can't really use that one in this space and then put her there, and nah. Unfortunately, this guy has Chemosight and the bloody Romulan. I mean, maybe I should use my Romulan character, but I like the cooldown stuff. So eventually I'm going to get all these guys temporal. There's another temporal there, temporal. There she is. Another Krenim male. And, you know, I'm not too bothered about Psi, because as you can see, I use 1 Psi ability. And it heal rapid, you know, it reloads pretty quick already. Not too bothered, but later on, after I spend a bit of cash, my next build, you're going to see all the little extras I'm going to get that is going to make all my cooldowns disappear. which is going to be sweet. Alright, so there you go. I use the temporal guys for the cooldowns there, so eventually I will, but they're like 160, you know, a lot of bloody fleet credits and 36,000 bloody dill or something as well. They're expensive basically, so tricky to get. And it's really hard, you know, if you guys are in fleets, you can never bloody spend points or fleet marks or anything. They're always gone, they're always full up. The only thing that's left is the bloody white DOF officers you can never fill, so it's hard to get skill fleet credits. Okay, so skills is another thing that I really need to work on. If you see, I leveled everything. You know, I thought bit of defense, bit of attack, blah de blah de blah de blah. So obviously I'm going to have to retrain everything. Have I got a retrain? I don't think I've got a token, have I? I don't want to press the button. Where have I? Oh, don't. It says retrain skills. Dare I click this? Damn. I thought it was just going to do something and get rid of it all and then I'd have to spend money. But yeah, I've got no tokens, so payday. I'm going to redo this because darn me, I never read any of the other abilities. When I was doing the boost, I went straight to attack. I went, ooh, what we got? Tactical, I'm a tactical guy, focus frenzy, blah blah blah. What do I got here? Right, game bridge, obviously cooldown with each hit. Ooh. Yeah, I thought I'd go straight for that. But as I'm going to go for the temporal thing, I don't really need all this crap. I don't really need it. I mean, they're not great. That's great, but once I get all the other cooldowns, it's going to be worthless. You know, the way you want to go. So engineering, I haven't even looked at, to be honest. No, it's crap. Right, okay. So that's crap. But science, Jesus Christ, I never even noticed this before. Never even read it. And then when you read it, you're like, Jesus H, that's actually damn good. Bonus hull and shield healing for, you know, for 15 seconds. What? That's like insta heal. Probability for penetration. All damage resistant for 20 seconds. Stacks 5 times. What? Okay, that's another. Jesus Christ, look at that. What we got? Increased duration. Maybe I wouldn't go 3. 15 seconds to me is good enough. Yeah, that's good enough, because you're going to have loads of other heal things, so I probably won't waste too many marks in here to get up, because you know, as you know guys, when you do your skill tree, if you get all the way up to the top, you barely got anything left for anything else, you know. It leaves you fucked, so I'll have to go close but not all the way. So I'm going to go probably 2 and get the probability penetration. They both sound sweet. I don't know why I didn't go that way. Plus, you know, I'm going to, you know, probably take down the beam, put that there, you know, swap that over, and then change a few of these other things, because I'm like, you know, I've got too much in tack. I've really heavily loaded tack, so I definitely need to, you know, I need to do different things. I need to swap this whole tree up. I need to put more into science, that's for sure. I mean, shield mastery, why the hell didn't I not think of that before? That's pretty sweet, you know, that's an instant invulnerability, that is. Why the hell have I never thought of that? But it's because I did STFs before, and you think STFs, it's a total different game. You know, anybody can run a bloody STF and barely walk away with a scratch on their ship, so you just don't really think too much. You know, you think damage, but that's sick. I mean, that's a sick move there. Not too sure, no, not going to bother with that, because obviously, as you see, I'm not too bothered with the science thing. But this here, this long range targeting sensors, that's another must. I have to boost that up as well, because I noticed you know, when you're flying against guys with good sort of stealth rating, good defense and all that sort of shit, they go invisible all the time. You know, they're 5 kilometers away and suddenly they just go out of your sight, and then they come back again, go out, come back, and Jesus, that is a pain in the fucking arse, I tell you that. So yes, long range targeting sensors, they're going to max out. And then this, I'm going to max out particle gens. Definitely. Then probably, you know, these things, draining, no, not drain infection. Not, oh, where is it? Where? You want to apply target source? No, definitely not. Okay. Yeah, that might be okay. Yeah, that's probably worthwhile. Control amplification, yeah, that's... Oh, I'll probably... no. Can you do both? If you can, I'll do both, but I won't do that one. No, I won't do that one. Definitely do that. definitely do that. Yeah, I'll have to do them probably to get it all the way up to the 3, and then I'll have the 2 there. I'm not too sure what these things are. Tokens rift, blah 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 blah. Shield drain resistance. You'd go probably, yeah, probably no energy drain resistance maybe. Yeah, energy drain. I'd go for those choices. So yeah, guys, you need to realise that sticking it all in tack is not where it's at. Stick it in psi, stay alive, slow but good damage. You know, wins the day over raw brute power and speed. It really does. Right. Okay, specializations. The ones I go for is pilot. I mean, pilot's a no-brainer in my eyes. Look at all the extra shit you get. You go one of the other ones. You go say intelligence. Actually, half its ground, so you're actually wasting half your skill. You know, you're wasting half your space. Where pilot, if you keep pilot as 1, you got all those extra blocks. You got all this shit. I mean, attack pack and expertise gives you those damage, gives you that health. This is a saviour in PvP. Everybody's using a rock and roll. Gives you like 5 seconds in immunity and wastes people's, you know, death shots on you. You know, all of it's all a pilot. Nothing is bad on pilot. Nothing is bad. So this is the one basically. Even that's good. You know, 50 defense for 10. Pff, who can say no to that? That's pretty cool as well. When you're like cloaked, you can actually damage people when you're cloaked and they can't see shit. You know, you can run into them and you'll see you're doing that shield damage. Then, you know, reverse back, beat the hell out of them. Awesome. Awesome. Second one I go for is the strategist. I used to always go for the intelligence as my secondary because you get the bonus defense. You know, you get the 15. It is good. Oh, it is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish I could have 3. I'd have that as well. But this seems to be bloody brilliant in PvP, this thing. I mean, the layered defense, everybody is using torps. Everybody is using torps, and they're all using spreads. They're all using high yields. That 45 seconds might save your life, you know, every time. And it's definitely worth having. That again, you know, 300 damage. Somebody runs in, beam overload. That procs. Haha, gutted. Have 40k back in your face. Worth having again. What we got there? Sharp force. You know, you're always going to be probably not threatening. So don't look at the threatening because you're probably not going to be threatening in PvP. You know, firing weapons gives 4% crit, stacks fire 5 times. Sweet, sweet as hell. That again, crit chance. See, those two, wicked. This one here, this diversionary tactics, is actually one of the coolest things ever. You know, really keeps you away from the guy. They can't, they lose your target straight away, placates you, instantly breaks damage, so that's cool. And then you get the bonus all damage because you're not threatening there, so 3% damage per affected foe. So if you do it in the middle of a guy with loads of little ships, you get all that crit. Sweet. That again. Why not threatening? 20% shield regeneration, whole regeneration. You know, so if you pug that, then you pug your, you know, your hazard emitters and your brace for impact. That gives you whole health as well. I also noticed that I never read that before. You know, you get 3-4 hit points over 15 secs, so that's good to keep with another spare heal. You know, so you can plop that at the same time. Nice little heal together. I never noticed that before. It helps to read things in this game, guys. I was a very stupid little skipper. I skipped everything. Plus it gives you the shield cap as well there. That's pretty good, the diversionary of the strategist. Okay. Right, traits. Right, I'm still in testing phase with these as well, guys, and there is a lot missing that I want to use, and I will get rid of a lot of this. I mean, I think what I got so far, we got the ablative shell. You get the 90,000 hit points, blah blah blah. So that's just a regen, all damage resistance. You know, every 10,000 damage. So that's constantly, basically. I think it only lasts every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds you're getting that, which is worth it. You know, extra accuracy. These things here, like these failsafe scramblers, anything that sort of, when you're below a certain amount of health, will placate and make you invisible for a certain amount of time. You need them. You need 2 or 3 or 4 of them, maybe. Things like this that you can use. That's what I've got to buy. Yeah, then you got 10% defense there. This one here, I don't know if it's any good. Another tester for me. I mean, it reads really well, and it said, you know, by control effects, and in PvP, you're constantly under some stupid control effect at some point. You know, constantly, so you're going to get that 50% resist, you know, 20 all damage resist rate, you know, 1,000 hit points, can trigger every 30 seconds again, so, you know, that's a nice little heal in my books alongside that and other little bits. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so I've got pattern recognition. These are the Zindi ones. I don't know if these are as good as they are anymore. They used to be good, so I've never actually moved these out. So you get the defense, the shield hardness, and that goes up the more you're in battle. And that one there, you get the flight speed and the turn rate. These all stack 4 times, by the way, so you get those little stacks. And then that one there is accuracy and shield pen. You know, got to be sweet, got to be good. And then you've got inspirational leader. You know, inspirational leader is a damn good concept. I'm not going to read it out. You can see it there. You get your 10, you know, starship skills stacking up 3 times. Good. Helmsman, because of me, because I like the speed and I want to use evasive maneuvers a lot, so I use that to cool that stuff down. Starship traits, right? Mine are all wrong. Do not have these ones. I'm going to swap these out, and I'm going to have obviously your invincible, and then I'm going to have probably, you know, I'll get rid of that. And I'll get rid of that, and I'll probably have invincible there, and then I'll have what was the other one I just said? Oh, tactical ready, not readiness, tactical retreat. That's the one. I'll probably have that there as well, because tactical retreat I realised is good. I've never bought it before. I've always went bloody overwhelming force and gave all my other chars overwhelming force, but yeah, tactical retreat is PvP must, I think. Don't quote me on this, PvP guys. Yeah, I always use that, which was stupid. It's not actually that good. It just looks pretty, which is a shame. At the moment, I'll probably get rid of that as well and use that for another trait. I'll get the trait from the Ouroboros that I'm going to get, and I'll put it in this place, the place of this one. Or I'm actually thinking of maybe ditching reciprocity. I'm going to test that on the next build as well to see if, with all the other cooldowns I've got from the Krenim guys, with the cooldown I get from this as well, because that cools down when you're using, you know, special abilities, you know, that cools them down as well. That's got 5% cooldown recharge every time you use any of that one, or that one. So I might ditch that, because that only does tactical, intelligence and tactical. So I'll probably swap that out for the Ouroboros. This one here, yeah, it's going to be tactical retreat, but at the moment I've got the energy web because it's cheesy as fuck and it pisses people off. But I don't know, I think some people have so much defense against it. Some people, you shoot that off on it, it doesn't even hold them for a second, you know, they're instantly out of it, and it's a pain in the ass. Or they're probably just science teaming and getting out of it, or whatever you do. Okay, so space reps, I like to go for the cooldown one. I'm going to have to see again, is it worth this once I've got all the other. It probably won't be once I've got all the other stuff going on. I'll probably get rid of that. That's the problem with reciprocity. It only happens when you missed. So if you're not getting shot at, you know, that's not working for shit. So if it can be a bit of a hit and miss, that one sometimes. That's a permanent cooldown, which is good. Okay, so then I go for this because it's auxiliary power defense. That is best defense in the game, really, for me. You have your unit, you can have your auxiliary high, you might as well have that on. That's going to give you all those boosts, and it's, you know, a very big boost, so worth having. That again as well, I don't know if this is actually awesome, but that's giving you the prop from the elite fleet shields, which used to be a must in PvP. So if I'm not using the elites, at least I get the prop for it, and I get the stacking damaged defense, you know, 10% chance reduced damage to shields. So that's sweet, yeah. At the moment I've got this on. Might swap it out. Yeah, probably will swap it out for something else, but I don't know yet. Don't know what I'm going to swap it for. Maybe the speed, maybe, I don't know. But at the moment I'm using this to give me the extra damage. And yeah. And the kinetic shearing, I mean the 40% damage bone dealt as a dot after 6 seconds. If you know, do somebody with a 40k, you know, you're doing a nice bit of damage 6 seconds later. Alright, what we got there? So we've got the active reps. That little bad boy's lovely, love that one. That's a must in PvP. That, I barely use it because you're always moving too fast and you bloody fly out of it unless you cloak and do all that and stay in it and regen, but I don't use it. And you know, these two are just as and when, nothing special really, guys. Stations, right, okay, so stations, have a quick look. I might fiddle with these again. I might swap that out for something else because I don't know how good attack pattern lambda is, but that looks pretty damn sweet to me. You know, minus 1200 perception for 5 secs every shot, that is, so every time you're shooting them they're getting that, and then you get 30% chance confuse, which is sick. You know, if that works, cool. That must be good. I mean, it looks alright, so I'll give it a try. Give it a go. Okay, then we got the hold together one. Must, definitely. Yeah, I love that one. I mean, obviously when I use tactical I won't be able to use that anymore, so I'll have to think of other ways to recharge keep my health up, but at the moment that keeps me going pretty well. And with the hazard emitters one on there, you know, because this is your mixed sort of tray. So hazard 1, hold together 1, tap pound lambda 3. Definitely works. Okay, right, so you want your Omega, because you do want your little damage boost every now and then. You want to rock that boost up, so your Omega's definitely one to be on there. Torque spread 3. I've tried high yields, but problem with high yield, it doesn't really, I don't know, you get a lot of misses. And the thing with torque spread 3 or any torque spread, it doesn't miss, even when they cloak. You know, it's going to slam them when they cloak. So definitely go torque spread. It is a shame. I'd like to go high yield, but you have to pretty much go torque spread, I think. Okay, so this one, beam overload. I'll probably swap this eventually with a Keizer sight 2 when I get it. But at the moment, got my beam overload 2 in there, and I've got my Keizer sight lace weaponry 1. I mean, I've got my beam overload because, as you see before, I had, what is it? Super weapon ingenuity, beam overload 1. So you get an extra beam overload, so you get a double tap. And because I use the web as well, and I don't have anything else that will proc that, so the beam overload procs that. So that's why I have it there. I might not even have beam overload. I might get beam fire at will. You know, what is it? So I'll have Keizer sight 2, beam fire at will, and then obviously I'm going to have to get rid of these traits. So it's probably just worth me having beam fire at will. Get rid of these two, have invincible, have bloody blah the other ones, and then job done. Okay, so for speed, need my shields 3, my engines 3. Yeah, need to keep it high, need to keep the power high and keep the speed high. That's a must in my eyes. Maybe you could go lower, but no, there's no point. I mean, yeah, just go with the engines 3 and the shields 1. These two together. I always have 2 of these sort of emergency powers, not 3, because, you know, it fucks up with the cooldowns of them, so you have 2 and they pretty much run in time with each other really nicely. And then I have the auxiliary powder inertial dampeners 1 here. That one there, along with the DOF that I'll show you in a minute. You know, it lasts for 23 secs. I think the whole immunity disables, the repel, blah blah blah, all that extra stuff. 23 secs. Plus with the DOF, I'll show you in a minute. You know, this is a must again. I really wish it was like lower down though. I really wish that was there. It's a shame. It's kind of wasting a 2 spot. That's a real sore spot for me. That should be lower, because it's a good move, but it should be down there, you bastards. Okay, right. Evade target lock. Look at that. That's a sweet one. Untargetable for a second. Cannot be targeted with mines, torpedoes for 12 secs. 40% accuracy to the foe. Nice. Only versus user. So only the person you're shooting at that time, but for 12 seconds. Nice. Wicked. And it disables, so that is awesome. PvP must again, you know, along with that and that. Nasty. And the other things you saw me have before that were, you know, messing them about a bit. You've got to have all this cheese, you know, you've got to chuck the cheese in there, guys. I might even, if I had more space, I'd probably chuck one of those bloody things that, you know, do the missiles out your arse, so it sort of hits. I don't think I've got one. No, I haven't got one. Yeah, I'd probably have another little pilot team cheese there, but I need the hazard emitters to keep myself alive. Okay, a must again for me, override subsystems. Got to keep my power levels up. That is a perfect little thing, and as I said before, when you proc that off, you know, you get the nice boost. It's pretty good, and if you're in combat as well, you're getting even more. I mean, you see, it's dropping pretty quick, but you know, you can reasonably keep your power levels pretty high most of the time. And after a while, you see this drop. And you'll notice my ship. Let's move a bit closer. There you go. That proc there, see that? There's your 100% damage resistance. Because the shield went offline, but as you notice, I've got other things that stopped that going offline for the full 12 seconds or whatever it was. It literally went off for a microsecond and it's back on again. So, that's a good one. Okay, right, we don't need to look at reps, we've done traits, we've done skills, blah 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 blah. Let's do the buffs quick. Okay, the space guys. Right, got to have my torpedo one, so the recharge time along with the console that you saw from the Terran, that gave me the 0.5% recharge. See, I think it's a shared cooldown, so I think that might not actually work. because I don't think the neutronic shares called it. I don't know. I'm going to test that again, guys, so that might need to be tweaked again. But that's a must, you know, it gives you the 20% chance by 5 secs. That always seems to be proccing all the time. I mean, that 20% might as well be 100 because it always seems to work for me. This one here, I've got the evasive maneuvers, you know, for emergency power. So when you use your evasive, which you will do a lot in PvP because everybody's running at high speed, guys, and they chase you down within seconds, you need to use that. And then as soon as that's called off, you know, proc that again. That's instant recharge, so that's a sweet little character for me. I think he's perfect. And then obviously I'll get rid of this one when I get rid of my beam overload character on the new one, but at the moment I'm using this because the 30% chance attacks ignore 35% of target shields for 4 secs. So 4 seconds everything's ignoring the shields, all the torps you've spammed out, all the beam overloads, everything. Sweet, good console, good doff. Okay, so what we got here, we got the damage control one. So this one's a 35% chance to recharge time of engineering skills. You know, so these two here, they like proc each other off and slow each other down. So, I mean, speed each other up. Sorry, the recharge. So you're pretty much globaling these little bad boys all the time, or they're always pretty much on. Yeah, they are pretty much on. Right, this one here. That one there is again. Beforehand, you notice when I was, if you saw my other builds, you'll know I had the one that gives you the 25 power levels every time you proc one of these. No, not in PvP. You don't need that shit. You need defense again. This one here cleans you every time. So every time you're buffing these, you're getting cleaned of all the shit people are spamming you with. And believe me, they are spamming the hell out of you. If you don't have this bad boy on here, you'll die so bloody quick. As soon as I put this one on here, instant change, you know, it was instant turnaround, just wow, I survived so much longer. I still got my ass kicked, mind you, but, you know, because I'm not quite there yet, but I do better. I think people must have noticed I'm actually surviving a bit more now and starting to actually be able to nearly kill people that are really good at this, you know. I'll be there soon, guys. I'm on your heels, soon you'll be fearing me. Yeah. Okay, this one as well. This is the little bad boy that I said works with this move here. You know, that auxiliary power to inertial dampeners gives you the 40% all energy damage resistance for 23 secs as well. So as you saw, let me get my traits up. So my stats, got the damage there. And as you saw with that, you get all that 57 kinetic damage resistance, blah 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 blah, as well as when you press this like I'm doing now, 49. So 23 secs you got that, and see, it's 23 secs cooldown, so it's on full time. All of that stuff's on permanently, so I don't know why nobody would use that mix. If you don't use it, you're cray. Oh god, I just said cray. Ignore, I just said that. Crazy, I said. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Right, where was I again? So yeah, great move there. Okay, I think we're done. We are done. Yes we are. Sweet. Right, okay, tray wise, yeah. That's another thing. Try not to spacebar everything. You know, big damage hitters, things that are going to get you away like that there. I need to move Omega, it shouldn't be on my spacebar tray. That for getting away, and that for resistance. Yeah, I'll keep that. There is a little resistance buff. These things here, these are my go down fighting and call support. I'll put them in space because, you know, they'll proc automatically. I don't have to go, shit, I need to get it going. It'll just go automatically, so that's worth having. Wow, I've got evasive bloody manoeuvres up there. Should not have evasive manoeuvres up there. Right, move that over. Right. So as you see, you know, I've got everything there, all these little space rep crap like that crap. Got these ones proccing, that will go first, then that will go after. So you know, go first, 15 seconds after that will go, 15 seconds that will go, 15 seconds that will go, and so on and so on. And then I've got my evade target lock. I've got my isokinetic cannon I was talking about, that's on there, so I space that instantly. Plus it's, you know, because these are okay because you can sort of, if you notice here when I start pressing space, it will sort of go in order. And because these are darked out until you get a target in front of you, you don't use these up, so you can kind of use that, charge up, bosh, everything will go. So watch now when I do it, you know, I'll press space, that one, See, that's charged, and then you come in a target, then that one, bosh, everything's going. Plus you've just probably pugged your, you know, your alpha. If you have attack pattern alpha, you probably just pugged that, and then you can pug that as well. You know, fire my mark. Yeah, that's a killer blow for loads of people. Loads of people, if they're not experts there and they're noobs like me, will just get vaped quite easily. So that's how you want to line up how you want it to trigger off. Obviously you don't want these to trigger off until you're close, so you'd start off and you just do trigger these three to get your discharge, your speed running at them quick. Then you're like 1 kilometer away, charge these bad boys up, charge that up, bosh, hit, done. Okay, and I will show you how it works in a minute. So I'll be back to show you some nice little PvP battles. I might even go into some you know, proper against these so-called you know, the pre-made builder guys, you organised PvP dudes. I'll probably put some videos up of you lot kicking my ass and hopefully me almost kicking yours. It probably won't be a case of me kicking yours because I haven't managed to kill a lot of you yet. Not too much anyway, but I'll be there soon. But I'll probably come back with some videos in a minute and show you that. Alright, cheers guys.